Greetings and welcome to Energize You TV Season 7, Episode number 1, starting the 7th season. Thank you so much. I'm Angel Marie, your frequency alchemist. So excited to get going on my 7th season. It's because of you I am still here. I have a question for you. Are you ready to ignite the shit? The shit? Are you ready to ignite that within you and finally release what's weighing you down, holding you down? Now, science shows that staying stuck in emotional patterns create chronic stress in the nervous system, blocking your body's natural ability to heal, feel joy, and move forward. Wow, science is so catching up right now, isn't it? So happy you're here. And that is why today, is shift your shit. Rewire your mind, ignite that soul. That awakening that you've been waiting for. And you know what? We take from the Ignite book the topic every week, which this week is awareness. Now, Ignite book is raise your energy in 30 seconds or less naturally so you shine with more energy, joy, and abundance. So grab your copy. Come on with us because I am so excited today about moving on to our wisdom segment now. Everybody chatters about the beautiful wisdom segment. And today I'm honored to welcome my dear friend and fellow Lightworker, Mariel Wilk. As a gifted somatic practitioner and movement facilitator, Mariel helps others reconnect with their bodies, release stored pain, and remember their inner radiance. That's what brought me into her when I first met her. It was like, I could feel it. Her work is so heart-led, deep soul energy, and truly transformative. And it's why I've partnered with her for our in-person Pain to Power class here in the Phoenix area. We'll get to that. Now, these are writer downers, right? So don't miss out on the wisdom segment that will be coming up shortly. But there's even more. So just hold on. There's even more. And you know what it is? The exciting crystal connection segment. That's exciting because you're going to learn the mineral, the element, and the crystal that lives within inside of you and how you work with it. The next segment that we're going to go to is the energy awareness segment, where you understand your energy and how to move your energy, your vibrational field. The next segment is going to be Reiki for Life segment, where I'm going to be talking about the powerful methods to align your energy, calm your mind, and really go from that ancient art of science of Reiki energy healing. The next one is going to be your spirit animal. You're going to get to meet a spirit animal today, and we're going to explore that connection. And the one that everybody really just loves is the energy clearing and reset segment. And that's when you experience your biofield and understanding how to release that energy in 30 seconds or less, anybody's energy dump or vibrational field. So stay tuned to that one. And then the personal calibration transmission segment at the end. And you know what? Today I am going to have my beautiful partner that I'm partnering with in the in-person event that we're going to have here. I'm going to invite her to do it this time. Okay, this is new. I mean, I'm in my 7th season. Why not do something new, which is to bring Mariel in to do it for us at the end. So please, that is going to be huge. You're going to not want to list this at all. And you know what? Because, people are feeling so stuck. They're overwhelmed and feeling like, and you know what? Go ahead and share this. Be kind and share it. And smash the button on YouTube for me, please. And continue to keep coming forward. And you want to ignite your gifts and get unstuck. So does your friends. So do that and go ahead and share that. I so appreciate it. Thank you. And you know what? Let's just dive right into the first segment of the show, which is Science Tells Us Everything is Energy. And it's always moving, shifting, and responding to what we think and what we intend. And you know what? That's also what the scientist, that beautiful science of Albert Einstein, that's what Albert says. He's one of my favorites. And he says that everything is in the universe is connected. Even the energy that we cannot see, it is all interconnected. And And it is powerful, and it creates our field of vibration. Yes, it does. And then what else is there? Yeah, science is everything, right? It also says, have you walked into a room and your stomach just drops? I'm sure it's happened to you. Or you think about your friend like Mariel, and I go, hey, Mariel, what's going on? And I think it in my brain, and all of a sudden she calls me. Ah, wow, that's energy. And when you feel it, you really connect. So your heart, right, creates the measurable magnetics. It does. And right there, that heart emits a magnetic field, frequency carrying energy, right? In this field, in this frequency, and everything carries on all frequencies, inside and around, all around your body, is called the biofield. And now that biofield, it's like your own personal energy bubble. Why the term biofilm might sound a little woo-woo to you. It's simply an electronic magnetic field produced by the movement of ions in and out of your cells. Your thoughts, your energies, your emotions, even the excitement and stress, they all show up in your biofilm. They are all feelings. That's what energy is. You are sensing the biofield when you sense people. And that's like in your aura. Okay, that is kind of woo-woo, right? But it's true in this emotional frequency, vibrational frequency chart. It shows this. Then when we're in shame, blame, guilt, fear, trying too hard, all of those lower anger feels, that lower energy, we probably hurt a little bit more. And I've heard this before, because you can hurt a little bit more because you're in a lower vibration. It doesn't mean you have to go, it just helps you to just calm it down a little bit and focus on bringing your energy up and being in that what? Being in that beautiful way of compassion and gratitude and peace, joy, love, and it brings you up. And people say, Angel, you're diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, arthritis, Sjogren's, neuropathy in my hands and feet, Epstein-Barr syndrome. I'm in chronic pain all the time. How do you put that smile on? And that's how I do it. Every single, because you know what? In your aura field is your energy. And I've been doing aura photo readings and playing with auras, biofield science says, for so long. And what happens is it will help you. And you know what? That's what I do in my special work also. In my special work, when I go to events as the energy conductor at events, that's what I'm doing. I am holding that energy vibration, right? Because being that conductor is like being that musical conductor and leading the orchestra. I work with the invisible energy field of people, spaces, and even all around the events, to blessing the food, to starting and making the tone of the energy, turning and guiding the energy till it flows the best way possible. But guess what? Yes, guess what? I'm going to say it. You know what I'm going to say. You are an energy conductor also. Because you move energy, you balance energy, you manage the energy, you might even manipulate the energy. But you also can change the form of the energy. Very powerful you are. And that is, I love this cartoon, right? You don't need to find your light. You're already wired for it. You just need to flip the switch. So that's what I do in a VIP session with me, one VIP session with me, and it'll change your life. And that is a VIP one-day experience. It'll shift your whole life and how you look at things, and you'll feel it as you experience it. Take a breath. Actually, even take a breather. And that was a lot, so let's just take some water here. Because you know, I'm the water pusher and the breath pusher. Every morning on Instagram and Facebook, I'm reminding you to breathe, 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 breathe. So let's move on to the next segment. Taking that breath, which is, I promised you in 30 seconds or less, I would help you to raise your energy enough to also release. So let's take a deep breath and take it out. Relax the shoulders, relaxing the nervous system, aligning the vagus nerve. There you go. There you go. Listen to my voice. And as you listen to my voice, you hear, as you take a moment to imagine clearing any and all energy fields, negative forces all the way around you. Another deep breath for your higher power, for that wisdom, that knowledge, And that beautiful information you're going to learn today coming in. Go ahead and breathe and absorb that energy. And as you absorb that energy from the universe of healing, balancing, abundance, stabilizing your energy, breathe again. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. How do you feel? Probably better. Absolutely. And if you want more, go ahead and check out the Spiritual Guidance Collection. Go ahead and take a picture of that. It has all the sessions. You just choose which one you'd like to show up with a VIP day experience with me. I just so love you that much to offer that to you. So now we're into the next segment. And the next segment is the Reiki Wisdom segment. This is one of the top questions I get asked all the time. And it is, what is it? Yeah. What happens in a Reiki session? What really happens? How does this work? So here we go. When you come to a session, the space is already energetically set, right? It's already boosted with the clarity and calibrated to invite you to lay down, fully clothed, absolutely fully clothed, and the lights are dim because why? Because it'll feel so good to have the lights down, and it will project. As the practitioner, I will begin by bringing my biofield, my energy up to help with your vibrational field, bringing my energy up. Remember, like becomes like. And science even tells us this, that in this energy field, it will create this beautiful energy. So as we bring up this frequency, and the energy in when you're laying down, and science confirms we all have one that's measurable in your biofield. And Reiki, which is all about the universal life force energy, works through the field to support your body's healing intention. Now, during this session, I'll place my hands gently on your energy body. And in that, I will place, like you see in that picture, I will place my hands around. And I'm a conductor here. I'm just acting as a conductor to move the energy. It's like a tuning fork. It helps you and allows your body to recalibrate and restore your balance. And some people say that they can feel the heat. And I tell them it's not my energy going, throwing it on you. No, what it is it's the energy that you're taking in from the energy. Because I'm just the conduit, and it's just doing that. And some say there's releases emotional and physical pain. I've heard that many times. Your nervous system shifts from fight to flight to rest and relaxation and repair. That's the biggest key. Your heart rate will slow down, brain waves will settle, and it will help you to dissolve some of those blocks that you might have emotionally. So I believe in Reiki so much because it's not about doing. It's about what happens if doing nothing is really the way for you to heal. So go ahead and get on my calendar right now, and let's chat about how we can bring you into the Phoenix, if you're in the Phoenix area, or online and do a distant so you feel and experience your energy. And Reiki is a beautiful way to do it. Take a deep breath as we move to the next segment. Thank you about Reiki. We're going to go into the segment of the animal segment, which is the bobcat today. And the bobcat, here's a really cool thing about the bobcat is that the bobcat, it can jump, in secret superpowers that it can leap 12 feet in a single bound. 12 feet, holy moly. And then if it shows up for you, which it is today, something doesn't feel right. Trust your instinct rather than what others are telling or showing you. Oh, I hear that one all the time from my coach. Oh my gosh, Candace is always telling me, do you got this. So I love that. So also, if you call upon the bobcat when you have been around a lot of social activities and noiselessness, I like that word, noiselessness, and need to withdraw into celerity, or being by yourself and science for a little while. Now, if it is your power animal, now this is a biggie, because if it is your power animal, then when you have, you are very adaptable, knowing when to speak, when to share, and who to share with, and you use your ultimate discernment in making this determination. If it's your power animal, I think it might be, because you're here today. So thank you for the bobcat, and remember that. So here's a wonderful quote. I don't know who's it by, but here we go. You can't heal what you pretend doesn't exist. Awareness is the first act of self-love. And that's what our theme is today, is awareness. And it is all about doing what? It's about getting our shit together, right? I love that, because Mariel does that so well with helping us to do that. So when we come back, I promised you the crystal segment. So when we come back, we will be going to the crystal segment, and then we'll have the wisdom segment. So here we go, and I'll be right back after this.
Traditional business cards are often lost or forgotten. This can lead to missed opportunities and wasted time and money. Java Logics offers a unique solution. Eco-friendly paperless business cards that are easy to update and share. With our QR code, you can share your card with anyone, anytime, anywhere. It's the easiest way to share your details. Interested in getting one? Click on Get Offer and get your own digital business card today.
Preston, oh my gosh, he's the ninja doing my website. It is the business cards. Check it out, because you tell him that I sent you, you'll get the angel discount, and you know you want that, because everything is going digital, right? I mean, everything's going digital. So go ahead and reach out to him, and he will help you out. And I promised you the crystal. So the crystal is Aho Jet. And so this in the Aho Tight, Light. Anyway, the Aho type, this is a fun fact about this one, is that it was newly discovered, and it is in the current time of the beauty of the Aquarius, and it's very rare, and it's confirmed that it's a new species, and it's named Ahoite after the place it was founded, which is in Ajo, Arizona. I thought that was cool because it was found here. So now it's a lot of other places, but they found it here, and that's beautiful. And the beautiful color, oh, look at this thing. The beautiful color to this, and the blues and the greens come from copper and silica. It is infinite peace, creating deep emotional and environmental calm, and it is said to wrap the soul in the universal love and brings about a profound spiritual revelation. Ooh! And it also is strong for clearing negative emotions such as anger and fear. So it is also strongly associated with the heart chakra. I love this one, and I use it all the time. So it really does help. Now, I also told you I would tell you about a element, because we have elements all around us. And a fun fact about this one is that the silicon is a semiconductor. That means you can regulate the flow of electro energy. When doped with other elements, silicon becomes a switch, allowing electrons to flow or stop. Now, it is the second most abundant element in nature after oxygen, yet the human body only has like 7 grams of it. But yet it's a big one, right? Because it plays a role in the health of connected tissues, bones, and skin. And while it's not considered an essential nutrient, it is present to various tissues and fluids, contributing to the structure, integrity of bones, collagen, and potentially influences the cardiovascular nervous system. Whew, that is a major one, right? Because it is powerful to have that one. And the thing is you have crystals at home. You have crystals all around you. Make sure that you clear and cleanse them. And if you don't know how to do that, jump on here and let's do it online or in person. I'll teach you how to care for your crystals, what that really means, and how to show up. So powerful. Also, if you're ready, go ahead and click on these And if you're ready for a Reiki session, in person or virtual, if you're ready to for the upcoming events, go ahead and click on that. And if you want that book to come along with us, and of course the song, you heard a little bit of it already on it, go ahead and click on that also. So we're getting ready to bring on my guest. I don't see her down there yet, but we're getting ready to bring her on. So here we go. She's right. That's the beauty to shift your shit, rewire your mind, ignite your soul. Getting ready to bring her. There she is. We're bringing her on right now. Beautiful. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello. So glad to be here, Angel. You are incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I think you're incredible. And I want all the viewers to know that too. So go ahead. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm really as simple as it can be. I am a soul reminding you who in the heck you are. I'm mirroring back to you the energy frequency that you are. So Angel Marie, again, like you share, right? When you share your energy, it reminds people of theirs. So I think we're all here to remember the light and love that we are, and then also to be able to remind each other of that too, and just to go and be you. And what does that mean? You continue to rediscover that as well, the journey, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. And you know, when I first met you was at an event and you did a calibration, you did a activation, meditation, however we want to say it. And I went, that doesn't happen. You know, viewers, you know this. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. When that happened, I was very much on to you and said, ooh, ooh. And that is why we're going to be working together and doing a class together. And that is why at the end, also, you're going to be doing the calibration at the end, which is the first time. 7th season, guys. This is the first set episode in my 7th season that I get to share with you.
I'm so excited. Can't wait.
So I'm going to show that this is the Pain to Power. If you're in the Phoenix area, please check it. It's tomorrow night, Friday night, the 11th. And it is going to be a powerful transformation. Also, we get to dance, which everybody knows I love to dance. So check it out. And we're going to come right back right now to Mariel. Here we go. And I'm ready to jump in. Are you ready to jump in?
So ready. Let's go.
So ready, because you know the theme today is awareness. Yet what it's about, what we're talking about is how to shift your shit. And yes, I said shit because that's what she says. Now I say it too. And rewire your mind. So, you know, I really like this quote. Awareness is the ignition point. Within it, you're running without it, you're running on autopilot. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think something that I notice a lot of people that I work with is I've caught a behavior, a habit, an experience, and I didn't shift it. And what I love to bring to awareness is the idea that you really have started. You're more ahead than you think you are because you've been aware of it, right? Because really the problem is I'm going through life and I'm not even realizing. If anyone's seen the Truman Show, you know, there's a point where like if you have a beautiful movie, Jim Carrey, where like he's not realizing like the same thing's happening every day. And then one day he is aware, he wakes up and is like, you know, in his world going, wait a second, and he starts questioning the things and seeing the things, all the players in his world and the situations, his own mind. And that really is the big piece of it, to start shifting your shit. Because how can you know what shit you have if you're not aware of it? And so it really is, even if it's just like today I was aware of my shit, you are further along than most people. And so I celebrate you. I congratulate you. And that's where the magic can start happening. Because even if it's just like the next month, I'm going to just be aware of every time I'm picking up my phone and scrolling on social media. Even if I'm not changing the behavior pattern yet, I'm going to become aware and conscious to, I'm doing that thing. That is starting the process of moving the energy through. That is starting the process to move and shift your shit.
Yes. And you know, there was a study, and these are writer-downers, ready, viewers. There was a study in 2008 by a neuroscientist like Dr. Bruce Lipton and this other doctor that said 95% of our behavior, emotions, and decisions are influenced by the subconscious mind, not the conscious. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. We go through life thinking, you'll hear a lot of people say, I just can't get myself to do XYZ. You're using I and self in a sense. It's a very confusing thing. So what I like to say is that your deeper mind, you're going to hear subconscious, unconscious, whatever floats your boat. And that part of your mind, the deeper part, where that is where, trauma, things that are happening, that's where it's getting stored. And that area is like a 5-year-old child. And so when we speak of things and say things out loud consciously, most time, your deeper mind, it's like you're reading like Chinese to it, if you know English. And so it's not connecting. It's not connecting. Or like, what? So why I can't get myself to stop scrolling? Let's go back to that, right? Well, again, are you speaking to it like as a 5-year-old? And again, it's just doing this thing to things that it's like helping you stay alive and survive. So our deeper mind is just trying to keep you safe and alive and away from fear. The fear feels like death. And so when you know how to speak to it, which is what I'm trained in and what I can pick up on with people with not even just their words, Angel, but with their energy of what's going on. And that from there, that's where you can shift the shit. So from personal experience with years and years of traditional talk therapy, I was like, I'm done talking about my shit. I want to shift my shit. So that's where the subconscious stuff is so powerful, where things I was dealing with for years and years and years were shifted within one experience with someone. And when I found out about this, I was like, I have to bring this to the world. And realizing that your mind, the deeper mind, is like a dance. And that's why I love to bring dance embodiment into it, because then it's like once we shift that shit in the mind, we shift it in the body too. And so it's a really beautiful, it doesn't have to be so hard, it doesn't have to feel so heavy. It gets to be fun. Therapy doesn't have to be in a chair. We get to really experience it and expand and activate something so much bigger and deeper than we even know is possible in our own mind and being.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you mentioned dance, which we know because we love to dance. Yet, for the viewers that are not, comfortable, we get that a lot. Like, I have ladies' nights and they come out and I'm like, come on, let's go. And they're like, oh, I need a couple drinks first.
Yes.
A lot of people aren't. So, what is another way to shift your shit?
Yeah, Angel, that is one of again, if you want to, I ask the viewers, think about just dance alone. There's a lot of different topics we can take. Notice what happens in your mind and body when I say, let's go dancing or let's go to a dance class, right? Some people are going to be like, all right, let's go. And some people are going to go, yeah, I need drinks in me first, or I would never do that. Or, I can't even see myself in front of a mirror, or I'm not confident enough, or I'm not, coordinated enough. Notice what subconscious program is coming online. And from there to kind of go, how is that working for me? What version of me do I want to step into? What would I like to experience? Do I want to actually have a few drinks before I go out dancing? Or is that something that, again, I feel like I need to have because it's the thing that keeps me safe, comfortable, right? Because what does it even mean? I need a drink first. It means I need to get more comfortable in my skin. I need to get more. So why are we not comfortable in our skin? What's happening at the deeper level, And so that's really what there's the work to be done. There's the work to be done there in your deeper mind to shift your shit. So that from there you get to decide, I want to go dancing, I don't. And then from there it's a choice in your power versus a conditioned program in the mind.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, what's another way, like one doable, actionable thing that they can do other than the dance? Because I get it, viewers, some of you, I love you, I get you. What would be one thing that they could do?
Yeah. Well, take something that you want to see shifted. And a lot of times our mind will go to, well, I don't want to do that thing. So let's take it keeps coming up for me energetically to keep talking about it because I know it's probably one of the biggest addictions in the world today is the mindless scrolling, is the social media, is that, I've been wanting to go to bed for 2 hours and now I'm still on here scrolling, right? Or I've been wanting to go do that thing and I'm still here on my phone, right? Or I'm checking it constantly. So our minds can go, well, I don't want to do that thing anymore. Your mind is reading, I'm doing that thing. So it doesn't hear the don't. It's just like, do the thing. So don't scroll. It's reading, scroll. So you're like, gosh, mind, why aren't you being my teammate here? It's like, it is. It's actually hearing what you're saying and it's following directions. It's just not hearing the don't. So we want to shift going into what do you want to be doing instead? Let's close the eyes and let's see a movie reel, because your mind has no idea what's real and not as you're watching a movie reel in your mind. What are you wanting to do instead? Not, I don't see myself doing that. Because if you think right now, like, don't think about a unicorn. In your mind, probably is popping up a unicorn. So instead, we want to go, well, I see myself gardening instead of scrolling on my phone, right? So now picture yourself out in the yard gardening. Mind again is going, oh, I'm gardening right now. And now we're bringing more attention and awareness to that shift to occur, because mind's getting more interested and satisfied in doing that. So just right now, think of something you're wanting to shift. Don't go to the I don't want to do that, but replace it with, well, what do you see yourself doing? And then create a movie where, like, you're the director. I would say you're the play her if you're identified as a woman, but you're the controller, director, movie writer. And then what is that scene that you want to bring more in? And again, the mind has no idea. So even right now, if you picture a lemon and you're like cutting open a lemon, notice what's happening in your mouth. As you think about a lemon, maybe you taste it, or maybe it squirts in your face a little bit as you're cutting it. And again, you might notice the saliva increasing. Again, mind is so powerful and has no idea that it's not actually happening. And so now go back to that scene that you're desiring to bring more in and do. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the body. And then thank it. Thank you for showing me that thing that's already happening in my mind. And I've already basically done it. My mind thinks we've done gardening, or we've done whatever it showed up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More, please. And then whenever you're ready, coming back.
Beautiful, beautiful. Viewers, let's just kind of summarize. And what she's saying is the biggest thing to do when you're doing something you don't want to do, say scrolling, or you're eating and you're overeating. That's me sometimes at night. And I'm like, stop it. And I really have to do what? Identify it first. And you do, because you're saying, oh, why am I? But we're not going to do that. What she's saying is replace it. Within is go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, put the food down, go to bed, go to bed. I'm going to bed, I'm going to bed, I'm sleeping, I'm going to bed. That's for me. That's what I do. And then the scroller, I'm not a scroller, so thank goodness I'm not a scroller. But the scroller, what she's saying is just close your eyes and say, or I'm going to bed, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to get some fresh air. Whatever that is, but close your eyes and visualize. Your brain, science tells us, your brain can only do one thing at a time. So replace that. So thank you so much. That was enormous. And this was another one that really wowed me. So I'd like you to comment on this one, because it was kind of like a shocking thing to me, was that in 2005, another scientist did this study, and it showed that the brainwave states like theta and delta dominate in youth, the young children, making them highly successful. So what is that? That was like, wow, that's true, because we tell the kids something, and are they in theta? Is that what they don't? And us, we go to our heads.
Yeah, such a beautiful question. And I taught in education for 11 years and loved being around kids. And I didn't realize it then, but really, because they show you what's beautiful about kids is that, think about it, they have less conditions and programmings. They have less meaning making about things around them, judgments, which again instill these beliefs. And a belief is only the thing you keep thinking over and over again. And so that is why, think about it, they're a sponge, because they don't have all fears, worries, judgments, dialogues going on, narratives, their mind is more open to possibilities. I love the word imagination. It's magic nation. And so when kids are playing, they are in their imagination. And so they are literally manifesting, creating things. I mean, what was I doing in my room as a kid? I was playing teacher. And then what happened? I became a teacher. Like thinking at that moment, like I want to be a teacher when I grow. Like I was just playing. And that's why, again, going back to even dance, is something we both love. They say too, when you get into a state of play, you absorb and learn something so much quicker. So the best teachers are the ones that make learning fun. Why do they say that? Because kids are going to absorb it that much quicker. Even us as adults are going to, like, even what you do so beautifully, Angel Marie, is you bring fun and play to the show. And so people are going to take that on, than you just kind of being like, today on the show, we're going to do this. We're not going to, like, you know what I mean? It's not going to ignite us and energize us to want to absorb that like a sponge. And so, yes, kids are so powerful. When I teach dance to kids versus adults, you'll see they pick it up in 2 seconds. And they have no fear. And even too, when I say, like, imagine in your mind what's showing up, they're like, this color and this, and like they can just, whereas some adults are going, I don't see anything. You know, what is that? What is that about? Because we've been conditioned in programming, take life seriously, work hard, focus, don't have fun, don't make time for play, you know. So it's really the relationship you have with your mind, and kids just have a better, they love on it, they are present with it. So yes, the magic happens there. Absolutely.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for that. And I want to shout out to my people that are online right now and say thank you for being here, Bridget. We just met you the other night. It's so wonderful that you're here. And then also Tamara L. Hunter. Love you, adore you. And let's just jump right back in right now. And everybody on the replay, appreciate you. The subconscious mind is like a tape recorder. Until you change the tape, it will not change. Give me a doable, actionable set here. Give me something, one more thing that they can do other than just close your eyes and visualize, because most people, they're not going to do that, right? You know that, because adults, and you just said it. So give them something else.
Yeah. I mean, again, with that idea, if you knew that everything you were feeding into your mind, every word, phrase, I mean, words are spells. And so if you knew that, you're like a projector, right? And then the screen is the world that you're living in. And so when you're saying things in your mind about yourself or situations or people, or you're complaining, right? You're going to be seeing that. And again, I go back to the Truman Show. That's a great example of what's happening, right? Until you're aware. So even, Angel, it can be as simple as noticing when you're, things like you're complaining, things like when you're sharing the same story again. I hate my job. My relationship sucks. You know, I never make enough money, or, you know, like, it's like, well, first start noticing, again, being aware of that narrative dialogue you're feeding your mind, like the projector to the movie screen, and then go, what would it be like to change that narrative? Now, you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, like, I have the most incredible job ever. If that doesn't feel like useful, you're like, no, I can't even get my mind to get on that. How can you shift it for it to become a little bit more, I call it downstream than upstream? And so how can I make it feel a little bit more flow and going, I feel that this is shifting. I feel something good coming. I feel like, get into where it's more flowy. Then I'm literally paddling like my job sucks, life sucks, my relationship sucks, versus I like where this is headed. Good things are going to be coming from this, right? I would say my breakdown is getting ready for my breakthrough. I have trained my mind so much to just shift my own shit. You know, I embody what I do. That, again, the awareness first, catch it, and then being able to shift it is
and
key.
You, beautiful. And the thing that you put together is shifting your shit is being able to talk to yourself. Did you hear that, listeners? It really is. You've heard me all these years talking about a breakdown is a breakthrough. I love that. I didn't even know you used that. And oh my gosh, we're so in sync. I love it. All so in sync. So understanding this, when what she's saying is doing these things. So these are writer downers, and they're powerful to create a system. So can you give us something that you do maybe every morning, or you've done with your clients? Because I know that you coach many people, you do a lot of speaking, you go and you do a lot of different things to help out. So can you tell us one other thing that you do, like in the morning, that can help us?
Yeah, I mean, no shocker, move my body, right? Because that is energy. I will say the way, and again, the ways that I think and things that I share, I always invite to, you know, you try it on like a jacket. If it makes sense to you, go and, you know, buy the jacket, leave the store. If it doesn't make sense to you, you can put it back on the rack, you know, and leave. It's okay. But for me, I really, you know, I know that there's the book that everyone seems to know about, Body Keeps the Score, right? And I'm not saying that that's not accurate or true, or, I mean, you get to decide. I'm very much like, it starts in the mind. The mind feeds things to the body. So if you're noticing something showing up in the body, it's a signal, again, a way of thinking that there's something going on in the mind and it's sending that to the body. And so if you're noticing certain sensations in the body, move it. But think about what gets you to first move. Your mindset going, move. So I've trained my mind that it's a non-negotiable every day I'm moving my body in some way because I know the benefits of it. And I've gotten my mind to get really on sync with that. Again, seeing like, oh, it's going to be good to have done. So find movement that's useful for you, not because someone said this is the movement to do and how to do it. What movement brings you joy? And I would go there first the night before, seeing yourself doing some form of movement and seeing again the mind being like, I'm excited for this. So that could be even rebounding. I love rebounding. That's one of my fun plays. And it reminds me of childhood. Again, it brings back the nostalgia for me because I had a big trampoline in my backyard. So I jump on it and I listen to either high frequency music or really good, again, people that I really enjoy listening to their words. Again, what you listen to, lyrics and songs, the people that you're listening to, again, people, family, friends around you too. It's osmosis. You're absorbing all those things. It's energy. So first thing in the morning, you want to bring in good energy. What is that? Stepping outside, moving the body, taking a few deep breaths, knowing that the first moments of your day creates a big part of the reality of your day. What would you do with it? Start there.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you might, viewers, I get it. Sometimes some of you are like, ooh, my family. Well, you know what? Limit the talking. I have to limit my talking because I get this from some of my family members, and it's like, no. So I just don't engage as much. And yes. And I love how you also put the movement. When I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is start going, oh, I can't wait to get outside and go for my walk. I can't wait to go for my walk. I can't wait to put my feet up the wall and do my stretches and my meditation. Oh, I'm so excited. And I start. And literally, many of you know, I'm walking on these neuropathy feet, and it is so much pain just to go to the restroom. Yeah, I'm saying I'm being real here. Just to get to the restroom, I'm in pain. I'm like, yeah. And what am I doing? I'm moving. And I'm literally going like this. Going, I can't wait to go for my walk. I can't. And then I start to breathe. I close my eyes. Yeah, I'm being honest. And I'm breathing. Yeah. And as I'm breathing, I'm visualizing, oh, I feel good. Oh, I feel good. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. And then I get up and I'm like, I feel good. I feel good. Go put your feet up the wall. Or I go outside. If I need another jolt, I'll go outside. And yeah, 110 degrees, even at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, it's like there's definitely a jolt.
Absolutely.
So yes. So you know what? Thank you so much. You do have a free gift for us, don't you?
Yes. Yeah, I have, I have a handful of things, and I invite people to take action. I always say too, movement creates momentum. So literal movement, right, can create momentum, but also to actions and showing up for yourself. And so what I invite viewers to do, and I share this a lot, and it's always so cool to see who takes on the action, on the invitation, because it's, again, what's your mind going to say right now? So I'm going to give an invitation, and it'll just be fun because it gets you playful. What happens in your mind right now as I give you this invitation? And the invitation, and you can see below that on Instagram, it's Shift Your Shit with Mariel. And I invite you to go on there, and I want you to send me either a message in a DM, in a message, either a voice note. I love voice notes. Angel Marie knows I love voice notes too. They're so much personable. And think about too, you're not able to manipulate how someone reads something when you can just hear their voice. So it's very cool. But either you can message me, texting it, that's fine, or a voice note. I love it all. And I want you to share with me either a takeaway from today, or even what reel came in your mind that you were wanting to intend for instead of scrolling, instead of doing that thing. I want to hear so I can also intend it with you, because again, intentions together grow. And I will tell you, when I bring this invitation, not many people do it. And I find that very, very interesting, but also makes sense because, again, narratives of, I don't want to take up her time, or I don't have time for that, or who am I, or, I don't want to take up space. It's like you're playing small in your own mind. I would say you're like living in the basement of your mind versus the mansion. And so even right now, there's going to be narratives like why you're not going to go do it. And I always love the people that are going, why would I not? Why would I not? Why not versus why? And those are the people that I'm like, you are just, I love all people, but I think it's very powerful to see what people after this invitation go through it with it. even as you're listening right now, you could literally be doing it. You're listening anyway and just start messaging me. This is what I saw. This is my intention. This is the movement that I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning. Like already even you could just program and set that up and see it. And so that's the invitation. And then there's some fun freebies that I have for you when you do that.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you for that. And now into the next segment that we're going to do is we're going to go right into the calibration for this transmission. And again, I'm in my 7th season. This is a new season, episode number 1. And this is going to be new because Mariel is going to be doing the meditation. And, we're going to take just like 5 minutes to go ahead and do that transmission. So when you are ready, we're going to go right into this personal calibration with the beauty of Mariel.
Amazing. So go ahead and let's just take again one deep breath in. Then exhale, think the word presence. And even imagine I picture the emoji on our phones as we've been talking about scrolling today of the present, right? There's a bow on it. There's a top lid and a box. And just imagine this present, right? Words are so funny. Presence is like present, right? During holidays or a birthday, but every day is a celebration. You are always a celebration. You are the gift, and the presence is a gift. And so take another deep breath in and just see that gift. Maybe again, it's that emoji or just a gift, or you see something wrapped, or even just any kind of gift that comes to mind is perfect. And just exhale, release it to the body, reminding you of your presence. Something we so easily can forget. We get to come back, and the breath reminds us of our presence. And there's going to be some space in the body that is asking for more appreciation, more gratitude for, that maybe you've had a different relationship with in the past. You've had maybe not so good narrative with in the past. Somewhere on the body, from the tip of the toes, the top of the head, some area is going to call to you. Maybe you place a hand on it, or you just take your next breath and breathe through it as a way of like an inner hug and just thanking it. And we're not here to shame and guilt around the relationship we've had with it, but we intend, I'm right here right now treating you better, and I intend to continue to treat you better with how I speak to you, how I relate to you, what I do for you. And there's going to be one action that comes to mind that's going to continue to build this relationship with that part of the body, with the presence of that body. So send that little picture of a gift or present to that space in the body, thanking it. And with that, there's going to be something that's presented to you with this presence. There's something to do every day to connect with it more. Is it just placing your hand on it, sending energy to it? Is it maybe doing an actual action thing to show it you're listening, to show it your awareness? Thank you. And just follow your breath for a few moments. And I want you just to stay with that and dance with that relationship to this part of the body that maybe you haven't related to in this way before with it. So give it some time and space. Some space and time and presence. Maybe you notice the breath changing. Shifting. Expanding. And there's going to be a color that comes to mind that represents this energy, this shift that this part of the body now is going to be relating differently to you. And what color represents that shift? And whatever color comes is perfect. And a deep breath in, breathing in presence. And exhale, sending that color to that part of that body. And then seeing it expand throughout the whole entire body from that point. Filling up every cell anew. A present.
Beautiful.
And take your time whenever you're ready. Thanking again your mind first for creating that space. Thanking the body. Seeing that color and coming back.
Beautiful. How wonderful that was. And I love that. You did awesome, of course. And I use that present one too. And it's no wonder that we're doing, yes, the pain to power in person here. And that she does that because that's how powerful it is. I mean, man, thanks. So thank you so much for being here today. And we're going to sing it out. Viewers, thanks for being here. Take her up on her gift because you can. And let's sing it out because I promised you that we would have a high energy. I can assure you, honey. And now listen to the words on this because the words are meant just for you. Here we go.
You got ambition, fire and soul. Look within your heart, let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want, show 'em what you got. Take it to the top, don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Looking for the answers, seeking you will find. Open up your heart, leave it all behind. Smile and laugh, always give back. Glowing like a star, show 'em who you are. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. You're the secret, you're the answer. You know who you are. Look within you, breathe and focus. You're a shining star. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Don't you worry, don't you fake it, be just who you are. You're the answer to the question, you're that shining star. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Now that you can see all that you can be, breathe into your heart, don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on.
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you so much for playing. Mariel, you are the best. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Yeah.
Come on and shine with
Wow,
me.
wasn't that
You make a
amazing,
difference.
right?
Your differences are
Woo.
what makes you amazing.
Absolutely. Oh, take a breath. Wow, such great insight to the transmission. If you're here locally again, oh my gosh, come with us, come with us. Sign up, let's do this. And you know what? She gave a wonderful gift. And I want to say to you all, thank you so much that you come and you spend time. I see you, I celebrate you, I love you for being here and doing this. And I want to give you a free gift. So go ahead and take that picture. Come with me right now and let's do a VIP time with us on the phone. And let's talk about how we can help you to raise your vibrational field. So thank you so much. And I'm here every week, 11 o'clock Pacific time, just for you, every Thursday, 7 seasons starting right now, because this isn't a show, it's a movement. It's a global impact. and you're part of that. So thank you so much. And remember to do what? Change your mindset, ignite your energy, and shine on. Keep shining on. Until I get to see you next week, thank you so much for being here.